Hey guys, it's Brian and welcome back to another episode of Firebird Fridays. Today, we're going to try to wrap up the driver's side fender on the 67 Firebird behind me here. I have a little more tweaking to do here, a little more hammer and dollying, and then I think we're going to fire up the old paint machine and let's lay down a coat of the direct metal primer so we can kind of get this safe as we move forward in our project. With that being said, if you're new, please hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying the build on this. If you're a long-time subscriber, thank you guys. We're going on 5 years this summer. I appreciate you, all 20,000 plus of you. So with that, I'm going to shut up and get to wrenching on this week's episode of Firebird Friday. All right, you can see that line. It's looking pretty darn good in there. And on this back side, it's looking good. There's one little low spot, but right here, there's a high spot right there too. All right, let's see what we can do. All right, let's see. Right in there. I'll put that right in there. All right. Cool. I think I'm good with that for now. Next, I want to kind of just come here with my paint wheel and just see if I can't clean up some of these little edges to get us down to bare metal as we possibly can before we start prepping. How's it going?
Not bad idea, boss.
What did the wife order now?
You know what? I have no comment on that, brother.
You're going to drop and take off, aren't you?
It's the same thing that happens over here.
Telling you.
That's it, hey, bro.
You bet. Okay. Appreciate you. Come on, Miss Sierra. Come on. Oh, it's for me? What? I thought it was your, whatchamacallits. Yeah. I'd like to wind chime those boobs later. Listen to that laugh. Sierra, your mom. Got the old Fabio hair going on today. Okay, we have one fender sanded down. Now I'm not going to do bare metal on the back side of this. I figure it's going to be underneath the hood and everything else. Not a big deal. But I do want to wipe this down and mix up some primer, and let's get this covered so we can move on to the next one. The next fender. Great. The next fender. All right, just some rubbing alcohol, 99%. Clean rag, and we're just gonna wipe this down, get all my fingerprints off, and clean this up as good as we can. We'll just work in small sections.
I do it every time after.
Yeah, and she doesn't smoke anymore, but she used to. So like the whole corner of it was like 2 pounds of like cigarette ash, which is fine too.
Yeah.
So I don't know how my vacuum is gonna work, but I need to clean that today. Because when I went to turn it on, it kind of went poof. No.
All right, guys, we've wiped down the fender. We got the garage door shut a little ways. We got a fan to pull out. We got the side door open to give us a draft to come through. Got fender. Now we need to mix up some primer and get it down on here. All right, so here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna mix up just enough of the primer to shoot that fender. So we're gonna do a 3 or 1 to 1 ratio. We're gonna fill the primer up to that line for the 3. We're gonna do the hardener to that 3. And then last one, we're gonna go up to that 3. That will give us our 3 to 1 to 1 to 1 mix ratio. We'll pour this in the gun. The gun I'm using is the one I used to paint my 67 Porsche 911. Yes, it is a Harbor Freight gun. But this one here has been modified thanks to Louis over at First Generation Garage. I've drilled out the tip so it will be a 2.0 tip. I can spray down some of this primer. Got my cleaner on there. I got everything set. That's good. About 30 pounds of pressure. Let's fill the cup up. Let's get the mix. Okay, we got the cup. We got some primer. All right, up and out it comes. Remember, we're going to pour to that first line of 3. Put our stir stick in. And we went a little high. Not a problem. A little more. Pretty good. We'll mix that up really good. Okay, as you can see, we're at that number 3 right there. We'll put a lid back on this. That is that U-pole right there that we're using. Next is our hardener. We're going to be using the accompanied hardener. Remember, we're going to go to that line right there. Okay, there we go. Next, we're going to use our reducer and fill it up to that next line. Reducer time. Right to there. Okay, everything's tight. Mix it up. Okay, we got our gun. Cleaned it out. We got our mixture here. We'll throw it in. Okay, put the top on. Let's see what we got here. So I haven't used this gun in about 10 years, but if you can kind of see, it is making a splattering type pattern all over the place. That's probably way too much shadow there for us. But I'm thinking we're going to turn up the pressure on the spray gun and just see in about 15 minutes if coat number 2 does anything. It's got a little bare spot there, but you can kind of, I'm not sure if you can see it in the, but it is a little splattery. Let's see if we can fix that. It's been 15 minutes. It's time for a second coat of this primer. We've increased the air pressure a little bit. Let's see what we got. Much better. Yep. Mucho bettero. Okay, there's that top. Let's try this backside. All right, so we did 2 coats, and again, it did much better on the second. Those runs, I think, are because of the gun. I think it's old. The plastic's old. It's just not. But I got the splatter to not come back on the second coat, so it looks much better. Kind of see what that right there. I like it. At least for now. I know it's not going to rust on me while I take care of the other fenders. We shall see. So 2 coats. I let it flash for 15 minutes between each one. This is just the ball. That's a shadow. It's hard, but we at least have a fender now that's in primer. Woohoo! All right, guys, we finally got the primer down on this driver's side fender on our 6.7 Firebird, and I have to admit, after about 7 years of not using that purple spray gun from Harbor Freight, I did get it to dial in on that second coat. Win for me on that one, but it's in primer. We can now start to do some filler work. I'm going to try that metal to metal. Remember, we used it up here on the top when Jonathan from Vinyl Village Garage came by. See if we can use some of that down in there and up here on the top. And then I think for this over here, we're just going to use plain old filler on this one here, just so I can work it and get it to come out as tits as possible. If you enjoyed the episode, please leave me a comment down below. Tell me what you liked. If you saw something I didn't do right, or if you have a suggestion, comment down below. Let me know. Give me a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I hope after this video you're going to hit that subscribe button for me and follow along the journey on the 6.7 Firebird. So with that, guys, have a great weekend, and I'll see you next Friday for another episode of FIREBIRD Friday.